A U.S. judge granted SBF bail on Thursday, after prosecutors and SBF's attorneys agreed on the terms. The FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried was released on personal recognizance, with a bail bond set at $250 million. But, interestingly, SBF paid no cash at all for his $250 million bail. Nothing at all. With zero cash pay, SBF basically walked out a free man, out of the courtroom. How did that happen? The disgraced crypto founder was granted bail for $250 million, which his parents pledged their Palo Alto home for, valued at $4 million to secure his release. There are two other anonymous signees, who also pledged considerable assets to account for the rest of the $246 million bond balance. To obtain a surety bond, also known as a bail bond, from a bail bondsman in a typical federal case, an individual usually pays a fee of between 10% and 15% of the bond amount in cash. In the case of Bankman-Fried's extremely high bond amount of $250 million, this would amount to a fee of $37.5 million. However, Bankman-Fried did not pay this full amount for his bond. In fact, SBF didn't have to pay a single dollar to get his bail. The only thing he had to do is to sign a piece of paper, where he promised to pay the court $250 million, if he decides to flee to another country, with no extradition. Another way to acquire the bail bond is for someone on the defendant's behalf to pledge collateral in the full amount in case the defendant fails to appear in court. So in SBF's case, if he fails to appear in front of the court, his benefactors have to step up and pledge property worth $250 million. But, interestingly, that didn't happen either in SBF's case. In his case, his parent just pledged their home, and SBF made a solemn promise to pay $250 million if he fails to show up for trial at the appointed time. So Bankman-Fried is essentially a free man by a promise he made to pay the bond amount. This is, to say it nicely, is absolutely bonkers. Also, SBF was unable to pay for bail, because the US government does not allow defendants in financial crime and drug cases to post bail due to the risk that the funds used to pay for bail may have been obtained through illegal or fraudulent means. Court also considered that it will be hard for SBF to engage in financial crime or flee the country because by now, he is very recognizable. Understandably, many are furious about his bail decision. The man, who is responsible for wiping out $10 billion of his customers' money, is now walking free without paying a single penny. So, is this wrong to ask, whether our system only designed to work for the rich?